We got Brother Avery Wilson on the live line. Good afternoon, Mr. Wilson.
Hello, hello. How are you?
All right, how you doing, sir? Thank you for calling in. Brother Nelson had given us almost a last-minute interview with you. We want to say thank you for taking the time out. But for those of us that don't know you and the listening audience, can you kind of introduce yourself and we can go from there?
Absolutely. Again, the name is Avery D. Wilson. I'm the reigning Mr. United States for 2016. It's a brand new organization that's all about encouraging young men to get active in their communities and youth.
Mm-hmm. Hello? Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we go ahead. Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah,
Okay.
no. So in addition to being a title holder, I'm also I'm a native of Baton Rouge. I'm a homegrown boy out of the north side of the city. So right now we're in a very interesting place to where I'm being challenged to be real about the opinions that I have on a social issue matter, as it relates to a lot of things that's happening in terms of our country.
So let me ask you this. You from Baton Rouge. Were you there when these killings took place?
No, I wasn't actually in town when the incident happened, but I did fly in immediately afterwards to kind of check on my own people and like I said, really hear the cries of what's going on. And the reality is, what's happening in Baton Rouge has been going on forever. A lot of people are right now trying to make it as if this Black Lives Matter movement is the catalyst, but the truth is, this hatred of a people has been going on for quite some time. So it's just been swelling, and unfortunately, I don't think it's done until we.
Now, is Baton Rouge majority black, or what are the demographics? Do you know?
It's a pretty good mix. It's really somewhere in the 45 kind of area.
Okay.
It's become alarmingly more black after Katrina. We had a lot of individuals from New Orleans move into the city, but which has kind of caused the need for it to be divided. The city is literally split half and half, north side and the south side, and so it's kind of the same old thing, same old Southern desegregation kind of thing.
So kind of tell the listening audience and us about Mr. United States. I mean, how did that title come about?
Well, yeah, we had a competition in May in New York City, and like I said, it was the first year out of the gate. There were 20 different states represented, and it was all about finding the young man who was, quote-unquote, the nation's gentleman, who would do things in their community, but also pass all of the normal pageantry of talent and runway modeling and fitness and things like that. So it was an amazing competition, and we're very excited about the growth of it because we're now reaching out, expanding the market nationwide to try to get more guys involved.
Okay, so tell us, you're here. You got a convention going on today, correct?
Yeah, I'm actually in Chicago right now with my Southern University alumni conference.
Okay.
Our university decided to host this annual, biannual conference in Chicago this year, which it just couldn't be more timely to be in a place right now that completely understands the woes of just income inequality and just the things that we're dealing with as a people. So I'm also just kind of taking the time to talk about that a lot.
So where you at? Where is this taking place? In downtown Chicago?
We're at the Westin, the O'Hare Westin.
Okay.
Hotel, yeah.
And so this is the 75th anniversary, you said?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And so some of the things that what are some of the things that you guys will be talking about?
Well, we're always trying to figure out how do we expand our mission. The mission of historically black colleges and universities has a very rooted presence in the country.
Sir.
So we're trying to figure out how do we serve more of our kids and get more people to understand the fullness of what HBCUs are about. But besides that, it's our duty to kind of speak to the times in which we live. So, right now, Southern is located in the north part of Baton Rouge. It's the part of the city that's been stripped of the resources, and, we feel the pain. So it's also our duty at conferences like this to kind of speak to the times and address some of the issues that affect a lot of the kids of which we educate on a daily basis.
So, so this is one of the most, I guess, famous HBCUs. And do you have a lot of attendees from Chicago, or people from Chicago attend Southern?
We do. We have we're really proud of our Midwest alumni chapters. We actually have a lot of people in the Chicago area who were graduates of Southern who also care a lot about seeing the university be able to succeed and get past the woes, because again, we're up against state issues of funding and things like that, like every other black college, and it's just good to know you have people how they go to university, that they still hold dear to those things that they learned, regardless of where they move. So Chicago is definitely another home for us.
Okay, so the climate in Baton Rouge with the police and with the young man that, I guess the young man was from Kansas City that did Mr. Clay, I think his name is Clay. And so he picked out white cops, obviously, to do what he needed to do. But what's the climate with Alton Sterling? And they said 2 bullets entered his chest and 2 bullets entered his back. What's the climate right now? I saw an article last week where the black people in Baton Rouge didn't do any shopping at any malls for a couple of weeks. And so is that still going on?
That specific protest has not continued since the weekend of which it was initiated. But I think there's just been multiple. To be honest with you, I don't know if anyone has all of the right answers or know exactly what to do. There are different factions of our community. Some feel the need to really reach out in terms of prayer and getting clergy and politicians all on board. But that's a very different community than the community that's been, crying out from some of the woes that they're dealing with every day. So it's a tense situation. I think the media sometimes has kind of, advertised that, a one way versus the other. But the truth is there is still a lot of frustration, especially around the Alton Sterling case. And so if, they don't feel like there's justice that's going to come from it, I'm very, very concerned that we've not seen the last of people exploiting their frustration.
So you guys have a very strong University Alumni Federation that has over 100,000 graduates. Wow, that's a lot of people. And so let me ask you this, Ms. Avery. So do you guys have access to 100,000 people? And how many people, I'm getting some emails now, if people want to attend, is it too late to attend?
It's not too late to attend. We definitely, like I said, have had a deep legacy and just, like I said, reaching out to various factions of communities, whether they're African-American or not. And so Southern has kind of really developed an international reputation of just kind of producing young people, but also who grow up to be, very, very providing citizens in society who want to give back. And so that's really one of the big pieces of this conference. And so people are still interested, whether you're a graduate of Southern or not, and just want to be involved in Black colleges. It's just working right now to try to make things better, not just in our city, but, nationwide. It's definitely an open door invitation to come and participate and offer your opinion.
So how will you be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? How many days is the workshop?
We started on Thursday. There's 3 more days remaining today, all the way through Sunday.
Okay.
And there's a little bit of variation. There's a beautiful gala there. Performing at that gala. As Mr. United States, it's just awesome to be able to do something for my own school. And so to be back there to perform and minister in the way that I do, it's just a super treat.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like it's going to be a long, interesting, exciting weekend for you.
Yeah, it will. This city has a lot of love. That's why we're soaking it up.
What made you guys come to Chicago? I mean, was there any reason coming to Chicago?
Like I said, we get our national conference every 2 years to different home-based chapters and cities. And so it was time to come to the Midwest. We hadn't been here in a while. And like I said, that we have a really strong, a couple strong alumni chapters here in the city.
So I guess you got another email. Is there a cost to get into some of the workshops or you guys are going to be having?
I think that there is a registration cost if indeed you want to be a full participant in all of the workshops and things like that. But if you just want to kind of come in and sit in on some of the open sessions or just to kind of thing like that, there's definitely multiple ways to be able to be engaged.
That's at the West End O'Hare. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. And so so you guys going to be going, you guys started Thursday, you said, right?
Started Thursday. We finished up on Sunday, and all of the other information in terms of like the Mr. United States organization, we're pretty much kind of tag teaming as an ally with the university on this. So our information is online as well.
Have you guys identified any black vendors, like people that sell stuff, or will people be able to come in and buy anything from black people at the event?
Yeah, that's something that's very important. That's something that we still do even on a student level at our student union. We make sure that we house black vendors, black entrepreneurs, and we teach students how to become more entrepreneurial minded. So that's just a huge staple of what we do. You'll definitely see some vendors at our location to be able to learn how to support more Black businesses.
Yeah, we definitely need that. I mean, that's for
Absolutely.
sure, man. That's the only way we're gonna get out of this mess we in. If we start circulating our own dollars. And so,
Absolutely.
Yep. And so, I'm excited. You know, I won't be able to attend, but I was excited when Nelson told me that I would be able to interview you. I was very excited that you were able to come on. And
I'm grateful for you guys having me.
We're grateful for having you. And so, so you've been a multidisciplinary leader and creative, deeply influenced by the roots and passion for the arts. And so many people say you use your talents to enrich the lives of others, and it's certainly as well as emerging as a young talent today yourself by winning Mr. United States. And so I know that had to be a very, very exciting day for you when you won that, and
Absolutely.
with all the competition that was in there. And so did you have to do like answer some questions also, like, you know, they ask you questions about what the world is happening today. You know how they do.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys have that? Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
So you were crowned May the 16th. And so how long do you keep to get the crown for? A year?
So it's a 1-year reign.
Okay.
Yep. I was Mr. Louisiana formerly, and so now I'll be giving that crown up. But I'll be Mr. United States for a year.
So maybe you run for Mr. World next time. Huh?
That's what's next. It's next.
Yes, and so Mr. Wilson, anything we can do, and if I'm getting emails, West End O'Hare, and they can come and participate, but there is a registration fee, correct?
Correct. Absolutely.
Okay. Absolutely. So we wish you all the luck and success, and if you get an opportunity after all this is over, if you got some time one day next week, we'd love to interview you and see how the actual conference went. I know it's going to be a success, but we'd love to have some of the things that took place, or if you're able to talk about, some of the things that went on and the success that you guys had. We would love to have you on one day next week.
I'd love to have a follow-up. Not a problem at all.
Okay. Well, you got a closing statement for us, Mr. Wilson?
Yes, indeed. I tell all of my kids and all, we're pushing this mission also with the university, which is love matters. It's like no matter all the isms that we're dealing with, whether it's racism, classism, sexism, at the end of the day, if we can figure out a way to get a better space of acceptance and love for one another, that's what really matters. So if you're interested in following our journey, definitely look us up online, MrUnitedStates.org. And the same thing for all of our social media, Mr. United States on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But we're just working to push that message of love.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Wilson, and we look forward to talking with you.
All righty. Thank you.
Have a good weekend. Thank you, sir. Thank you for
too.
taking the time. All right. That's Brother Avery Wilson.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like they're going to be at Southern University.
Yeah, and out there
from
to Western by
Baton
O'Hare?
They're going to be at O'Hare. They out there. They out
doing
there.
some good work.
And so, hopefully they can build on this, and at some point in time, we all will be able to understand that we need to be doing something with ourselves.